Alright, so we got the Astral clause explained by an Australian. Let's go to the video, man.
An absolute tig-bitty load of space marines have sold their souls to the forces of hell.
He
It's
sold
like their
his
second favourite thing after
soul.
being super condescending to everything and everyone that isn't 8 feet tall. For literal 200 IQ geniuses, it seems very silly that they would willingly choose Chaos as their master, so it might come as no surprise that the majority of Chaos Marines in the setting didn't actually read the terms and conditions before they clicked accept.
Bro, I didn't even know they could read, to be honest with you. And, ooh, man, look at him. Ooh, look at him. Oh, man, yo, he just skipped right. Yo, he didn't read nothing. He went right at the bottom of the contract and he just signed it. Man, yo, hey. Once he signed that contract, man, he started doing a little Macarena. That, bro, tongue started coming out of his stomach. He started to have all types of horns and tongues come out of his head. It was ridiculous, bro.
Many had little idea of what a demon was, how many horns they would sprout, and how unjustified literally everything they would do would be. By the time they were like, oh shit, wait a minute, it was way too late.
Yep.
The Astral Claws
GGs.
were not one of these. A noble, sensible chapter with great ambition and the will to make a difference in the galaxy, brought low by pride, stubbornness, and the Imperium once again being a fat, stinky bumhole. Before we get started,
All right, come on, let's go.
create.
By the way, y'all, if you're not subscribed to the channel, man, subscribe to the channel. We're that close. I believe we're 13 subscribers away from 8,000 subscribers. Yo, that's low-key kind of crazy. 8,000 people rock with your boy. First of all, thank y'all so much. And hopefully I can keep entertaining you guys, man. And yeah, we got trailers come through today. We got Warhammer come through today. And other than that, oh, by the way, I am recording the Until Dawn movie day in the life vlog or whatever. I'm currently recording that, so yeah. I don't know, this part might even be in the vlog. You don't even know.
Created in the 35th millennium during the 10th founding, the Astral Claws were destined for greatness, like they literally had the colours of Lordaeron with a yellow panther finger as their insignia. It doesn't get more noble than that.
True.
They were not founded with any questionable controversial methods, and it was never their destiny to low-key become the most powerful force of Chaos Marines in the entire galaxy. Like, these guys are pretty much neck and neck with the Black Legion right now in terms of power.
Really?
But I'm getting ahead of myself. For the next 5,000 years, the Astral Claws would prove themselves time and time again. Being known as incredibly solid and reliable chapter to fight alongside, they were held in such high regard that they were allowed to create multiple successor chapters, about 4, which was unheard of for a 10th founding chapter. During the 5th Black Crusade in the 36th millennium, it was ironically the Astral Claws who thwarted Abaddon's invasion of Cadia. For this, they were granted a spot amongst the Hallway of Heroes on Terra. That's like getting the Victoria Cross from the Queen, and then the Queen gets on her knees and gummies the fuck out of your family jewels. From there, the Astral Claws would take a part in the ill-fated Tamaninian Crusade, where various chapters entered a no-go zone and had to purge the Xeno taint from multiple star systems. Some of the chapters fell to chaos, others were lost or straight up wiped out. Not the Astral Claws though, they emerged successful with minimum losses and no corruption. A few hundred years later, a very wacky and highly shit event occurred out of nowhere.
Ooh, oh my goodness, bro. Man, this is like something out of Wendy's. Oh my God. Yo, give me everything you took from me. Oh my God. Yo. Oh my goodness, yo. Like, bro, imagine seeing him, like, in your dreams. Like, I don't want to, like, sit here and listen. I'm not Brad Pitt. I'm not Michael B. Jordan. But, man. Woo. This is, like, he look like, bro, he look like if a mosquito went into the chaos. Oh, my
Many
goodness.
different Xenos, some never encountered by the Imperium before, and others thought to be extinct, such
My bad, y'all.
as and the Sloth, began rapidly attacking the southern fringe of the Segmentum Tempestus. The Enslavers and the Sloth were a big deal. They are like these eldritch creatures taken out of a Lovecraftian setting, and were known to basically have bullshit hacks. The Executioners chapter fought valiantly, but the Xenos were too overpowered. As the Executioners prepared for their final stand, the Astral Claws came out of nowhere, and they slapped the Xenos on a spit roast, massacring them and saving the Executioners.
Hey, bro, these dudes, they sliding, bro. No Black Ops 3. Bro, hey, these what was it, Astral Claws? Hey, these, bro, yo, they're sliding like YNs. They're sliding like thugs. This is ridiculous.
For this, the Executioners swore a blood oath to the Astral Claws. They would come defend their saviors in a time of need, no matter the situation. This blood oath would end up biting the Executioners in the ass down the track.
Oh.
During all these great
Ooh, 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 ooh.
no matter the situation, this blood oath.
Ooh, 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 man. Ooh, bro. Hey, don't look at me. Don't look at me. You don't feel that thing on top of your head? Hey, y'all see him? Oh man, do not look at me. Don't give me the yo. He trying to give me the Undertaker eyes. Don't do that, bro. You don't feel those little legs on top of your head like these? Man, look. Y'all look at him right here. Oh my. Yo, this whole picture is just it's just nasty. Like, oh my goodness.
Would end up biting the Executioners in the ass down the track. During all these great successes, the Astral Claws remained solid and unquestionable. This wasn't some gambit by Tzeentch to raise them up as heroes and then bring them low. Even he would have been surprised by their eventual fate, which didn't even require much chaotic intervention. The only sus thing about the Claws at this point, nobody knew who their gene father, their original Primarch, was. It hasn't been confirmed who they are descendant from, however, judging by their organizational skills, extremely stable gene seed, and cheeky plot armor, there is a good chance they are the successors of the Ultramarines, or even a chimeric blend of Ultramarine and Dark Angel. We don't really know though, beyond them
That's a wicked combo. That's a wicked breed, yo.
obviously not being Space Wolves, Blood Angel, Iron Hands, Salamander, Raven Guard, or White Scar successors, leaving Imperial Fists, Dark Angels, and Ultramarines as the three potential options. For their legendary efforts and general likability, the Astral Claws were promoted to the Maelstrom Wardens, being given command of all Imperial forces surrounding that pink and purple shithole. The Maelstrom is kinda like the Eye of Terror 2.0, however unlike the Eye, which took a copious amount of rusty butt plugs shoved up Eldari ass to create, the Maelstrom was a naturally occurring phenomenon, and as such, was considerably more stable and less demonic. However, it was still a gaping hole to hell, and it was full of Xenos, pirates, and renegades. The area surrounding the Maelstrom was bountiful and rich, hence the Imperium had been fortifying various worlds around the Maelstrom so that they could extract the surrounding system's wealth without getting turbo-fucked by one of the 20 Orc Wars or Hadurs chilling in the Maelstrom. Whilst being the Wardens of the Maelstrom was a high honour that bestowed the Astral Claws with a lot of power, it was also kinda shit. Constant attacks by weird bad guys, and a surprisingly low amount of supplies and reinforcements given. To top it off, the Imperium collected quite high tithes from the region, taking supplies and wealth that would be better used by the Astral Claws to keep.
Does this say The Rock? I think my face cam. Does it say The Rock?
The Maelstrom contained. The Astral Claws were actually so good that they genuinely had the opportunity to invade the Maelstrom and completely clear it out. If, and it's a big if, they were given the reinforcements and supplies to do so. Regardless of the Imperium's poor handling of the Maelstrom, the Astral Claws were still able to claim Badab as their homeworld and form an agreement with the local Forge world, hence boosting their recruitment and supplies dramatically. Then something happened which signaled the beginning of the end for the Astral Claws. The Tiger Claws. A successor chapter of the Astral Claws, who had just been lost to Warp Spaghetti for over 10,000 years, had suddenly re-emerged. The chapter was badly wounded, and they weren't super stoked to discover that their homeworld had become an irradiated wasteland. They travelled to Terra to request more gene seed to rebuild their chapter. However, their request was denied, and their chapter master was assassinated. Good work, Imperium, you really know how to bring people to your side. The Tiger Claws were accused of being tainted by their time in the Warp, as well as the fact that they were a part of the Cursed Founding, a founding of chapters where the gene seed was modified too much, hence produced various ill-fated Space Marine chapters. At a similar time, after one of the Crusades into the Maelstrom, the Astral Claws chapter master was slain, and Lufgit Huron, now known as Huron Blackheart, was elected as their new leader, because he was an absolute boss for the job. If you're wondering why he changed his name to Huron Blackheart, his original first name was Lufgut, L-U-F-G-T, which does kinda look like Lafegit, so it definitely makes.
That's not even funny. Why would he say that? That's messed up, man. Why would he say
sense that he would change that shit. Also would explain why he was a bit of an angry boy and an overachiever. Dude would have been mercilessly bullied. Huron happily absorbed the remaining Tiger Claws into his chapter, seeing it as a good way to boost his force's power. Unfortunately, the Tiger Claws were about as salty as can be due to the treatment from the Imperium, so they began to sow the seeds of discourse within the entire Astral Claw chapter. Chapter Master Huron was a ruthless bastard, enjoying the
just like every other, obviously, you know, except for Vulcan, just like every other character in Warhammer, who isn't ruthless? Who isn't? Who isn't corrupted? Who isn't bad? Who isn't down bad? Who isn't just you know, I mean, obviously, like, Vulcan's the only one that's not, like, none of these things, but, like, who isn't? He said that, like he was, like, the only, like, ruthless, like, just bad person. No, that's Warhammer. I hope y'all know that. Don't think that, oh, just because this guy was, like, ruthless and he was just a menace and da-da-da-da. Bro, every single, listen, I'll say this, whatever you want. Besides Vulcan, every single character in Warhammer is a school sniper. Is a school threat, bro. What are we talking about?
use of Exterminatus against Maelstrom planets that pissed them off. Some planets even had a history of just being kinda dickish for a bit, and he still blew them up, so that was probably a big red flag that everyone decided to ignore, mostly because he was so damn effective as a commander and he delivered victory after victory. When Badab rose up against him, he not only viciously crushed them and instated the Astral Claws as the Lords of Badab, but then he went to all the neighbouring planets and he did the same thing, creating a mini kingdom and calling himself the Tyrant of Badab. Huron was a dick to be sure, but he hadn't yet become a heretic or anything. This new control strengthened the Imperium's grip on the Maelstrom. The Astral Claws got so mighty that Huron realised that with a few extra chapters supporting him, he could purge the Maelstrom permanently of all Xeno taint, changing it from a demonic purple butthole full of enemies to a questionable but significantly safer holiday destination. The Imperium denied his request dismissively in a condescending tone. They didn't appreciate the efforts he had gone to. Since he had kept the Maelstrom so quiet and contained, they didn't see it as a threat. Oh, the irony. With his request for reinforcements denied, Huron was like, fuck it, and he decided to build his own legion of Astral Claws to do it all himself.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, he also I don't want to be that guy, yo, but he also said F it and just let his hairline he's let his hairline just go crazy. He didn't get it checked up or nothing. But hey, his hairline is growing in like ingrown grass on your lawn, bro. He just said F it, forget it. I'm just let it grow. I'm not gonna cut it for 8 months or nothing. Yo, look at this. Oh my goodness, bro, the edge up, man. Hey, y'all think this could be saved right here? Bro, he got the Vegeta going on. He got the loaf of bread going on. Y'all see it? The loaf of bread, the boom boom. Oh man.
A part of this process included refusing to send Gene Seed to the Mechanicus, which set off some early alarms and warnings. Huron also stopped paying his taxes, and he kept all this.
Uncle Sam, see, I told y'all. He thought he was bigger than the program. I told y'all, bro, Uncle Sam is on y'all neck. He stopped paying taxes. That's dirty work.
System's resources to himself to better improve his armies. Now, the Imperium overlooks a lot of questionable shit, as long as a planet pays its taxes. No tax paid is a big no-no. It just shows how similar the Imperium is to real life.
Facts.
By the time the Imperium got suspicious of the Astral Claws and begun to investigate, the chapter numbered nearly 4,000 Marines, 4 times higher than legally allowed. By this time, the Chaos Gods had finally taken notice of Huron and his thirst for power. They realized they had an opportunity here, hence they increased their efforts in the Maelstrom and they began to worm their way into Huron's soul. As they say, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. At one point, Huron nearly got his wish as various Space Marine chapters, including the Black Templars, agreed to siege the Maelstrom, wiping out dozens of Xeno worlds. The final victory looked to be at hand, but then the Tyranids appeared and the Imperium pulled its support, leaving Huron enraged and frustrated. On top of that, the nearby neighbouring system sent in a fleet to forcibly collect the taxes and gene seed it was owed.
Give it to me. Give it to me. It doesn't matter what it is. Hey, you owe us this amount. It doesn't matter what. You thought you was about to get away? Oh no, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that. There is no, oh, well, you know, you're going to pass on and your kids are going to pay. No. It's either you give us our money now or we're going to take our money. As a matter of fact, let's start off with those cars. Give me that. Oh, you got a big castle, whatever? Yeah, give me that. We're going to take, until our debt is cleared. There is no ifs, ands, or bro. You're not bigger than the program, bro. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. You're a school threat. You're a menace. You are a diabolical demon. We let you go through. We let you do whatever you want. But whenever you stop paying those taxes, buddy, it's over. It's over. See, now we're in your business. So since you don't want to pay what you owe, yeah, we're in your business now. And we're going to take until the debt's clear.
So the Astral Claws blew them up. Fair enough. From here, it was escalation after escalation. Favors were called in, demands were made, insults traded, until 6 Space Marine chapters were just fucking killing each other. At this point, the Imperium was like, what the actual fuck is going on? At the time, it wasn't even Loyalist versus Traitor, it was petty superhumans having beef with each other, and everyone was to blame. However, after one side submitted to the Imperium's demands, and the other side, led by the Astral Claws, didn't, the lines were drawn and shit got hectic. It actually got so bad that the Imperium deployed the Minotaurs and the Space Sharks, arguably 2 of the most powerful chapters in existence, to bring the war to a close. I won't get too deep into it because the Badab War will have its own video, but shit went down, culminating in a hectic siege of Badab where Huron was blasted with a melter gun, losing half his body. Only 200 Astral Claws ended up escaping with their wounded master, whilst the Executioners, Mantis Warriors, Lamenters, and the other allies of the Astral Claws were smacked so hard that their asses made Magnus look white. With no other option, the Astral Claws pledged themselves to Chaos Undivided, and they begun to create their own empire within the Maelstrom, renaming themselves to the Red Corsairs, and being a genuinely interesting and compelling faction.
School threats. Look at these dudes, yo. Oh my god, yo. Bro, it's crazy what Red can do to you. Hey, it's so crazy what Red can do to you, what Red can make you look like. And I'm not talking about Bloods. Bro, yo, they look like savages.
It's almost like GW learned from their mistakes from creating the Black Legion, such as how shitty, silly, and unlikable Abaddon and his goons were, and they took those learnings when they created Huron and the Red Corsairs. For context, the Red Corsairs are logical, well-humoured, and motivated. They also don't jerk off to the Chaos Kool-Aid. A good example that kind of shows this is when Talos, a legendary Night Lord, met Abaddon. He insulted
So we're not gonna dissect, we're not gonna sit here and just acknowledge what he just said, or are we just used to it? I think we're used to it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna get to a point to where he said something crazy, and I'm not even gonna react that way anymore.
Abaddon for being, Abaddon. In response, Abaddon had a hissy fit and he shot Talos before trying to corrupt him to chaos. On the flip side, when Talos met Huron and insulted him too, Huron laughed and he enjoyed the banter. Another example is that when the Night Lords fought alongside Abaddon, he treated them like frontline cannon fodder, the opposite of what Night Lords are made for. Huron, on the other hand, allowed them to fight on their own terms, using terror and stealth tactics to great effectiveness. Genuinely, fuck Abaddon, let Guilliman kill his ass, make Huron the new War Master.
Oh, wow.
Hashtag Huron for War Master. If you enjoyed the video and you want...
Shout out to our bro Majorkill, man, for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my reaction to this one. And also, man, like I said before, I am doing the Until Dawn movie review vlog or whatever. I don't even know what I'm gonna title that video, but I am doing that vlog today. I'm kind of doing that vlog right now. So after I'm done with this video, I'm gonna upload those videos or whatever, and then I'm gonna pick my camera back up, and then I'm actually gonna get dressed and stuff like that to head out. I haven't seen my friends in a long time, so it's gonna be really cool to see them. I'm also gonna show y'all my first ever subscriber. My first ever subscriber. It was one of my friends from high school, y'all. Ain't that crazy? I literally just checked it. Just checked it, y'all. My first ever subscriber. I keep saying one of my first, but my actual first subscriber was one of my friends from high school. So if he wants to be on camera, I'll put him on the camera or whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool to see them. We're gonna hang out a little bit, then we're gonna head off to the movie to see the Until Dawn movie. So that should be pretty fun, pretty cool. And then I'm gonna see y'all in the next time out. Peace out, everybody.